EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll send their tight end left. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. They'll go again here with Algier. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up to the 42.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Algier. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Third and long. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes fourth down. Oh, a miss hit there off the side of his foot. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Will lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Open man. That's Trey Tucker. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level, and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And good red zone running here, taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. a 3rd and 2. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. From the 1, 2nd and goal. One more time, it's Jacobs. Good blocking, and he's in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing Jackson. And this one is intercepted. It's T.J. Reed. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll motion over Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A big play there. Jackson to Flowers. 39 yards. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Algier. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On the handoff, it's Algier. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run with Jacobs. He slams it in there, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Design run here with Jackson. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Now they'll set up the screen for Ali. Here's 3rd and 2. Pistol formation with Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. It's a gain of 12 facing 4th down. Jackson up top again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Jackson now on 2nd down. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. 1st down and goal. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency.
And he's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion. I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Here comes a return from the 5. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's a short one. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. He'll drop to throw. Now he'll run it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Raiders 21, Ravens 10.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Palmer now to return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second down, Jackson. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
A run here with Algier. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go right back to Algier. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Ravens are able to get it back within a score. So Tucker is back out after making the field goal. He'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Here's Jacobs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Pass right side to down. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And this will be a short gain down to the 41-yard line. That is Nnamdi Madubuike there to bring him down. Back to throw. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's got another one. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Vegas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. First and 10. Now, Jackson. A hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd and 10, Jackson to throw again. That's going to be intercepted. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6. But to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Palmer now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
At the 36-yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this,
and he's into the end zone yet again. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on the move. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play-action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
Jackson looking to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Jackson now. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Now, Jacobs. Crazy. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll run with Jacobs. He's down inside the 10. A gain of 4. On the give, this is their fullback. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And fourth down's coming up. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw, Jackson. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds.
That's a lot of work for no gain. You risk taking a shot there if you're the quarterback the longer you hold on to the ball. But there was nothing there. Good job to the defense shutting that one down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. Second and a yard. Jackson now from the 50. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Flowers with the catch. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. To the air one more time with Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield.
Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a second consecutive time.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Now Jackson. Inside the 10, it is caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an outside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.